EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
It's now second and 6.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Williams being motioned left. And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams. And it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson now. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Stiff-armed him. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
The term game manager has such a negative connotation, and I don't really understand why. There are very few quarterbacks who can go out and truly carry an offense. I put this guy in the game manager category, and he did a great job on that first throw, finding an easy pass to his running back to get into a rhythm.
He'll complete this one to Watson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And the Rams in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 18-yard line.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson. Touchdown. Nico Collins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Eddie
Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go on 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 20. Down the right sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Saquon Barkley He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Jackson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Cardinal first down.
In motion right, that's Collins. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams. And it'll bring up third down.
It's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 39.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Arizona.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Got his man, it's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Rams' 19-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the catch made by Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw again is Jackson. Able to slither by. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
First and goal, Arizona.
Throwing is Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now it's Jackson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I really like what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down. Third and goal, Jackson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Rams 7.
Piñeiro now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
50 yards on the play. That's good.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Mendoza. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
The Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's the vaunted Steelers defense that comes up with the big play here. They only had one takeaway on the afternoon, but it was an important one. The Steelers are hot. They improved to 6-0 with the win here. From there, why don't we take a look at the Saints and the Giants from MetLife Stadium. And it's a man who has posted 22 years in the NFL. This his final season, Aaron Rodgers. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. Lastly, let's take a look at our Week 6 impact player thus far. A lot of candidates to choose from, but we'll go with this man. And here is Davante Adams. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Broncos are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's got a rushing touchdown of the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Rams. First down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Mendoza. To the left side, he's got his tight end, Loveland. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
19 yards.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 22.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up third and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Third down and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends his drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? Lob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Mendoza. That's taken in by Watson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Results in a 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Gibson again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. So they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
Looking to put a drive together. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none too plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. And we've got a dandy here as we begin the 4th. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mendoza.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, now coaches want to catch the football first.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Arizona. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line.
12 yards. And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The quick feet by Jackson. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Rams are right back in this football game.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 4. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Mendoza. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's across midfield. Down the left sideline. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, LA. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
Cardinals 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinal offense takes back over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Keep the pressure on. Come on. Come on, baby. Keep the pressure.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mendoza. Oh, the ball comes out on a hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 8, just over 1:40 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free it. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing. Jackson. They'll get this complete to Collins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now Jackson. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 13 yards. And the
Jackson.
First down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Jackson to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Cardinals.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. That's caught by Johnson. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Jackson. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike him on 4th down and they will lose the football. One last shot for Jackson. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Mansour Delane. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Los Angeles, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.